Let's talk about Vice President Mike Pence. Major question in the context of the Trump-Russia investigation. What did Mike Pence know? When did he know it? If Trump goes down, should Pence go down with him? And I will remind you that former FBI Director James Comey, this is a key fact for what I'm about to tell you. James Comey was fired on May 9th. Seems like it's stunning that it's been May, June, July, August. It's been almost 4 months.
So much has happened since
then. Much has happened since then. But May 9th is the day that James Comey was fired as FBI director. There is a new blockbuster story from the New York Times which puts Mike Pence squarely in the Oval Office on May 8th, the day before James Comey was fired, participating in a review of a letter that Donald Trump and advisor Stephen Miller put together explaining why James Comey was about to be fired. Donald Trump said on May 8th, I'm firing Comey. Here's a letter I drafted about why. Now, why is Mike Pence's presence at that meeting so relevant? Mike Pence previously said very clearly, very unequivocally, with absolutely no doubt, that when Comey was fired, it was because of the recommendation that Donald Trump received from Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. Okay, here is a quote from Mike Pence to reporters on May 10th, the day after the firing. Let me be very clear that the president's decision to accept the recommendation of the Deputy Attorney General and the Attorney General to remove Director Comey as the head of the FBI was based solely and exclusively on his commitment to the best interest of the American people and to ensuring that the FBI has the trust and confidence of the people in this nation. We, of course, eventually learned the real reasons for the firing. Trump wanted to do it to deflate the Russia investigation. But now, knowing that Mike Pence was in the Oval Office on May 8th, when Donald Trump came to them and said, hey, I'm firing Comey. Here's the letter. The letter explains the reasons. This means that on May 10th, when Mike Pence claimed Trump fired Comey on the recommendation of the deputy AG, Pence knew that it was a lie. Before we knew this, there was deniability, right? Maybe on May 10th, Mike Pence believed that the firing on the day before was because of Rod Rosenstein's recommendation. We now know Pence was in the Oval Office and he read Trump's letter on May 8th. So he knew that he was lying with his explanation on May 10th. This is, of course, not Mike Pence's only lie. He claimed in a TV interview that he didn't know about Michael Flynn's foreign work. Several people have since come forward and said, oh, no, Mike Pence knew all about it. But of course, we can't really know all of the things that Mike Pence knew and when he knew them and when he lied, because for a while he was using a private email account with America Online.
I mean, it is one of the few connections that we have between Mike Pence and the Russia scandal. And even so, I mean, the connection has to do with maybe like obstruction of justice or the cover-up, not with the initial crime. And of course, Pence joined the Trump campaign so late in the game as well. Do you think that will be enough to really implicate him in all of this?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And my concern is more that if Trump ultimately falls and Pence becomes the president, it's actually not that great for anybody, particularly the 300 plus million people who live in the United States and many people around the world. So I think it's important to, anytime we have information about Mike Pence's potential involvement, this puts him squarely in the middle of the insane firing of James Comey, motivated by the Russia investigation. So at least what we know now is Pence's hands aren't clean. Whether this will be enough to legally implicate him at some future point, I have no idea.
It seems a little bit surprising because Pence doesn't seem like someone who would lie. No. I got that impression.
Such an honest guy.
Religious, conservative, Christian guy. Yeah. I don't think he would do that.
Listen, Indiana is not sending us their best. Some people from Indiana, I know, I'm sure, are good people. I've met them, but Indiana is just not sending us our best folks. That I can assure you. The video you just watched was made possible by support from you. Please go to patreon.com/David Pakman Show. You can make a pledge of as little as $1 per month, and every dollar helps to support the work that we're doing, particularly in light of the YouTube ad boycott, which has been really bad.